I was born in a loony bin in Essex. Why? Well, I don't know why I was born, but I know why I appeared at that time. Because my father was a medical superintendent of a mental hospital. I had a brother who, alas, went off to fight for his country and died of cancer before it was fashionable. I was middle class. I am middle class, I suppose, and had a comfortable childhood. I went to the same school as my brother before me, and I can't say that I had an enjoyable time. The usual sort of bullying and so on and so forth. But that led on through my formative years. But I suspect that you would like to know how I became an actor.
We're delighted to have you on board, Ian.
Thank you, Howard.
I couldn't think of anyone better to lead the company.
It's kind of you to say so.
No, really, I mean it.
And I'm glad you're directing.
Thank you. It's a big, big play.
Yes.
A real test. Only the best can take it on.
Well, yes, but big in length, too.
4 hours.
And this character I'm playing...
The character, Hickey.
Yes, Hickey. He has a lot to say, doesn't he?
He does.
Who else have you got?
So far, Bob Hoskins, Patrick Stewart, who you'll remember from Stratford, Norman Rodway, and Patty Love.
You know, I haven't been on stage for...
I know, 2 years. 1974, Other People at the Hampstead Theatre. You were very brilliant.
Oh, was I? Good, thank you.
I mean it.
Well, I better get on. All those lines to learn.
And is everything okay, Ian?
How do you mean?
The accommodation and so on. It's important you're comfortable.
Everything is fine. Bea and I feel very at home in the house. Bea, where's the light switch?
I can't remember.
I can't see a thing.
Hang on. No, that's not it. Sorry.
Where are the bloody things? Oh, blast!
Oh, wait. There.
That's better. Light, seeking light, doth light of light beguile. So ere you find where light in darkness lies, your light grows dark by losing of your eyes.
I'll go in and get the kettle on.
The whole Morocco experience was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare. Almost 2 years it took to shoot the damn thing. It was bad food, nothing to do, poor accommodation. It was like we were pawns in some grand opera, Zeffirelli's grand operatic project. It was only for telly. Even the producer, Lou Grade, was worried. He kept trying to rein Zeffirelli in. Everything's too big. He said, well, he's a big subject. Zeffirelli would reply, yes, said Lou, but remember, it's just for television, that's all. Television, that's all. Well, the screen's smaller. I know that, said Zeffirelli. So what do you suggest, huh? Lou considered this for a moment, then he said, well, next scene, for example, he pointed at the script. The one set in the Garden of Gethsemane. Yes, what about it? Replied Zeffirelli. It's got apostles in it. Yes, of course it's got. It contains apostles. They were all there. This is the point in the scene. And Lou thought for a bit, and then he said, but 12 of them, 12 apostles? Can't we have a few less?
You must be getting a taste for Mozart.
Not really. It was already on the turntable, and I don't know where the other records are.
How are the rest of the cast?
Good. I like the director, Howard, and I think he likes me.
And so he should.
I told them all about Jesus of Nazareth.
You know, maybe I should have stayed.
What? Stayed in Morocco?
Stayed with you in Morocco, yes.
Rather than coming back? Well, yes, maybe.
Though I don't think it would have done much good.
Probably not. All water under the bridge now.
Ian.
Yes.
You're all right, aren't you?
Yes, of course. Why does everyone ask me that? Absolutely tip-top. It's always fair weather when good fellas get together.
Is that Hickey?
Yes.
And is that the script?
It is.
Ooh, it's very long, Ian.
4 hours long.
The Iceman cometh by Eugene O'Neill. All those lines. I'd better help you learn them.
That'd be useful.
Shall we have a cup of tea first?
You'll have to excuse me, boys and girls, but I'm off this stuff for keeps. That's a laugh. Yes, a cup of tea would be nice. Thank you. probably right.
Okay, listen, everyone. What you all have to remember when Hickey first appears is that they've been expecting him. They've been drinking, they've been waiting for him. There's a bar full of people, dead-end alcoholics, wasters, tarts.
Who are you calling a tart?
Thank you, Patty. A bar full of people who are seeking oblivion in each other's company, seeking solace in drink.
We've all been there.
You speak for yourself.
The point is, this Hickey, who regularly drops in after completing a sales tour of the area, always starts up the party.
Yeah.
He buys drinks for everyone. He regales them all with stories. He tells jokes. At this stage, no one knows that he's changed. They need him. He's an important part of their delusional lives. So, in that long first act, you're all introducing us.
Sir David Nackley, who, of course, has been representing Jeremy Thorpe. And
You almost feel sorry for him.
Who?
Jeremy Thorpe.
I wasn't really listening.
Oh, turn it off then.
Well,
Sorry. It's the play.
The play?
Hickey.
Hickey talks too much.
No, not too much. That's not the trouble. He says exactly the right amount. He says precisely what has to be said.
This last act, where he admits to killing his wife, it's almost a monologue. The whole act. And other people say things, but not much. It's all Hickey. Oh, pages and pages of Hickey.
He killed her because he loved her.
No one could convince her I was no good. She said nothing but death could stop my loving you. I loved her so much he could make me believe anything.
He loved her, and then he killed her.
He couldn't bear her not loving him. I mean, he couldn't allow her to become disappointed with him.
Hickey disappoints everyone. He disillusions the crowd in the bar. They expect him to cheer up, and he just tells them, stop drinking and face up to your shabby little lives. And he fails Evelyn. He isn't the person she loves. She can't stop loving. So he murders her.
How does he do it?
Shoots her through the head while she's asleep.
Oh, that's pretty conclusive.
Isn't it?
Do you want me to go through the lines with you?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, just say.
What Hickey does, it's a bit like acting, you know. Putting on a play and then letting down an audience.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Terrifying. I felt such pity for her, it drove me crazy. You wouldn't believe a guy like me that's been around so much, that's knocked around so much could feel pity. You wouldn't believe a guy like me that's knocked around so much could feel pity.
Ian?
Wouldn't believe a guy like me.
Ian? I didn't realise you were still in the bath. You've been in there for hours. Both of you.
Both of us?
You and Hickey. You've been in here for hours.
Have we? Sorry, I must have lost track of time.
I'll leave you in peace.
So every night I'd wind up hiding my face in her lap, bawling and begging her forgiveness. And of course, she'd always comfort me. Always comfort me. Always.
Oh, Ian,
Yes, Howard.
can I have a quick word?
Of course.
I want to push the play along.
Yes.
I want us to move from rehearsal to stage.
When?
Early next week, if possible.
I see.
Then get us properly focused on a dress rehearsal. We need to get the lighting rigged, make some adjustments to the set.
Of course.
Previews are only a few weeks away.
Weeks, you say? Well, yes, no, that's of course they are.
2 weeks, give or take. There's a lot of interest in this play. And in you, of course. How are you feeling?
Not bad at all. Do you think I'm ready?
Rehearsals have been going very well, yes. I think you're ready. I think we're all ready.
Well, 2 weeks. Right.
Mind your own business, Hickey. He's nothing to you or to me either. You're keeping us in suspense. Tell us more about how you're going to save us.
Hell, don't get sore, Larry. Not at me. We've always been good pals, haven't we? I know I've always liked you a lot.
Well, so have I liked you. Forget it, Hickey.
Well, fine, that's the spirit. Hey, what's the matter, everybody? What is this, a funeral? Come on and drink up, have another. Hell, this is a celebration. Forget, if anything I've said sounds too serious, I don't want to be a pain in the neck anytime you think I'm talking.
Hang on. I'll get
Talking out of turn, just tell me to go chase myself.
Hello?
No, boys and girls,
Yes?
I'm not trying to put anything over on you.
You'll have to speak up a bit.
It's just that I know from experience what a lying pipe dream can do to you. And how damn relieved and contented you feel with yourself when you're rid of
Through
it.
some lines now. Not at all.
What a lying
Right.
pipe dream can do to
Right.
you and how
We'll
damn
see you then.
relieved and contented you feel.
Bye.
Contented you
Bye.
feel. When you're... Who was that?
It was Joel.
Oh,
We're having dinner with him after the public dress rehearsal.
are we?
I told you last week, he just phoned to confirm.
I don't remember.
I could cancel.
Well, that won't be necessary.
Let's get on with the lines.
You have a terrible accent.
Well, I'm not an actor.
No,
Shall we get on?
I'm not sure.
Where were we?
I was halfway through Hickey's last big speech before the end of Act 1, and you were talking to Joel on the telephone.
You already know your lines, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I know the lines too well. The lines won't leave me alone. As a matter of fact, I can't get rid of the damned lines.
How about a drink?
That's the spirit. Don't let me be a wet blanket. All I want is to see you happy.
That's not funny.
I'm not a spiritual person, but I think there is, I have felt, or I do tend to feel, that there is another stage that has got nothing to do with me in performance, which I prefer to leave alone and let it sort itself out. In fact, it's preferable if you don't understand where it comes from, which is what I was trying to intimate. As long as one ends up in the zone, then that's all that matters. How you get there, I choose not to worry about. And so far, touching all the wood in the room, it's stood me in good stead. I don't know why, or even if, I'm a good actor. I mean, I suppose I must be because I have achieved something. I've climbed a ladder. Laurence Olivier was doing Othello, and it was a triumph. It was a great, enormous success. And the stage manager, or stage director, went backstage at the end of the performance. This was the first night. And the thunderous applause echoing down the corridors and so on. And the door was locked, and he was banging on the door. And he said, "Sir Laurence, it's a triumph. You can come out. It's all over. It's fantastic." And back came the whispered reply,